The night hung heavy over the Gulf of Aden, black waters stretching endlessly, hiding the dangers beneath. In the dim glow of the horizon, the USNS Providence moved silently, carrying millions of pounds of munitions, enough firepower to arm an entire Marine battalion. Suddenly, shadows appeared, 28 speedboats cutting through the waves, engines screaming, over 240 armed pirates ready to strike. Tracer rounds lit the night like fiery comets, and RPGs shattered the calm. A tense silence broke, punctuated by the roar of engines and gunfire. In that instant, the Gulf transformed into a deadly battlefield. At precisely 3:10 a.m., the radar aboard the USS Meridian flickered with movement. At first, the crew suspected passing fishing boats or cargo vessels, but within seconds, the picture clarified. 28 speedboats, each slicing through the waves at over 38 knots, were converging from multiple directions. Over 240 men, heavily armed with AK-47 seconds, RPG-7 seconds, and D-K heavy machine guns, formed a deadly swarm under the banner of the Khalid Front, led by warlord-turned-arms dealer Abdul Rahman Qadir Yusuf. Intelligence later confirmed their ties to the Black Tide Cartel, a global arms for drugs syndicate spanning East Africa to South America. The pirates weren't after ransom, they wanted the Providence's cargo: 1,200 artillery shells, 320 Javelin missiles, and nearly 8 million rounds of ammunition. Alarm sirens blared, red lights flooded the bridge, and Captain Alan Brenner issued commands to battle stations.
Confirmed.
In the calm, pre-dawn waters, tension snapped. The first clash was imminent. As the first streaks of tracer fire tore through the pre-dawn darkness, the calm waters of the Gulf of Aden erupted into chaos. The pirates surged forward in tight formation, their speedboats cutting across the waves at 40 knots, engines howling like predatory beasts. From the deck of the USNS Providence, the crew saw the first RPG screaming toward the stern. The blast struck with a deafening roar, gouging a 4-foot crater near the ammunition bay, sending splinters of steel and wood flying across the deck. Alarms shrieked, red lights flashed, and sailors scrambled to damage control stations. Within moments, over 300 rifles, 40 RPG-7 seconds, and 20 heavy D-K machine guns opened fire, saturating the night with bullets and fire. Deck gunners responded immediately. Two 20mm Phalanx CIWS guns erupted with relentless fury, spitting tungsten rounds at oncoming skiffs, vaporizing 3 boats in seconds. The Providence shuddered as another RPG detonated near a Javelin launcher, hurling sailors to the deck and sending a shockwave through the vessel. Despite the intensity, the crew's discipline held firm. Fire teams navigated smoke and chaos, quenching sparks before they reached the ship's volatile ammunition stores. Meanwhile, the USS Meridian's gunners targeted enemy skiffs with precise bursts from .50 caliber machine guns, piercing hulls and igniting fuel tanks. By the end of the first 10 minutes, several pirate boats lay in flaming wreckage, yet dozens more pressed forward, their coordinated assault demonstrating meticulous planning rather than desperation. In that instant, the Gulf of Aden transformed from tranquil waters into a theater of modern naval warfare, where every second counted and the margin for error was non-existent. The assault escalated with brutal precision as the pirates pressed closer, their speedboats slicing through the choppy Gulf waters like predatory sharks. Dozens of gunmen leaned over the rails, firing PKM machine guns and RPGs in synchronized volleys. Explosions rocked the Providence as several RPGs slammed into the deck, throwing debris and shrapnel into the air. Fire and smoke coiled over the waves, and the night sky flickered red from tracer rounds, streaking across the darkness. Every second felt like an eternity as the pirates sought to breach the ship's defenses and seize its lethal cargo. From above, the MQ-9 Reaper drone provided live thermal imaging, revealing clusters of pirates maneuvering with near-military coordination. The Providence's crew adjusted their aim with surgical precision, Phalanx CIWS systems spun at impossible speeds, shredding wooden hulls and igniting fuel tanks. Still, 5 speedboats broke through the defensive perimeter, closing within 300 yards of the ship. Another RPG struck the aft railing, detonating perilously close to the javelin launcher, sending sailors sprawling and igniting a secondary fire that threatened to reach the ammunition bay. The USS Meridian, anchored nearby, acted as a force multiplier. Its deck gunners unleashed torrents of 50 caliber fire, tearing holes through pirate skiffs and setting ablaze multiple boats simultaneously. Smoke and fire roiled the ocean's surface, revealing the catastrophic aftermath of each strike. Yet, despite the mounting losses, the pirates continued their relentless advance, revealing the sheer determination and training behind their assault. The battle had transformed the Gulf into a deadly chessboard, with every maneuver and counterattack testing the limits of human endurance and tactical ingenuity. By the 10th minute, the Providence remained afloat. But the night's ordeal had only just begun, with the pirates adapting quickly to every countermeasure, forcing the Navy to respond with unparalleled speed and precision. As the pirates pressed their assault, the U.S. Navy responded with a devastating display of coordinated firepower. The USS Meridian, positioned just 600 yards from the Providence, became the centerpiece of the counteroffensive. Its Phalanx CIWS guns roared to life, spinning at impossible speeds and sending thousands of tungsten shells tearing through the air. Tracer rounds streaked the night sky, illuminating the chaos below as 3 pirate skiffs were vaporized almost instantly. The deafening staccato of machine gun fire and explosive impacts echoed across the Gulf, a testament to the precision and discipline of the American sailors. Deck gunners followed up with focused 50 caliber bursts, punching through wooden hulls, igniting fuel tanks, and triggering chain reactions among the pirate vessels. Explosions cast fleeting light over the waves, revealing sailors scrambling across the Providence's deck to contain fires and secure ammunition. The MQ-9 Reaper overhead provided crucial intelligence, streaming live thermal imagery that allowed the crews to anticipate pirate movements and target emerging threats with surgical accuracy. Despite the overwhelming firepower, 5 speedboats broke through the defensive perimeter, closing to dangerously short range. Rockets and small arms fire raked the Providence, each impact testing the crew's nerves and reflexes. Damage control teams acted with near superhuman efficiency, quenching fires and shoring up weak points just seconds before disaster could strike the ammunition hold. Every maneuver, every shot, was part of a larger, choreographed counterattack. The U.S. Navy's response demonstrated not only the destructive potential of advanced weaponry, but also the critical importance of coordination, training, and discipline under fire. By the end of the first intense phase, dozens of pirate boats lay in smoldering ruins, yet the battle was far from over. The Navy had gained the upper hand, but the persistence and cunning of the attackers ensured that the Gulf of Aden remained a volatile, deadly battleground. With the immediate threat of the pirate assault partially contained, the U.S. Navy shifted focus to consolidating control of the Gulf of Aden and tracking the remaining attackers. The MQ-9 Reaper overhead continued to relay real-time thermal and visual data, revealing clusters of speedboats attempting to regroup and coordinate a second wave. Every movement was monitored, every signal analyzed, ensuring that no pirate could escape unnoticed. Communication channels between the USNS Providence and the USS Meridian remained constant. As orders flowed seamlessly to damage control teams, deck gunners, and navigation officers, the Navy implemented perimeter sweeps, combining sonar scans, radar, and helicopter reconnaissance to detect small craft hiding among waves or attempting to blend with civilian traffic. Coordinated firing patterns kept potential threats at bay, while rescue teams attended to injured crew members, ensuring the Providence remained operational despite earlier damage. Each step emphasized the dual priorities of neutralizing hostiles and safeguarding the massive stockpile of artillery shells, javelin missiles, and ammunition on board. Intelligence gleaned from intercepted pirate communications revealed the larger criminal network behind the attack. Analysts traced the Khalid Front's coordination with the Black Tide cartel, uncovering
Go to the
encrypted
source.
radio transmissions pointing to fortified coastal compounds near the Barawi Peninsula.
Confirmed.
The Navy realized that while the first battle occurred at sea, the heart of the operation lay ashore. The coordination between ship-based surveillance, drone feeds, and Navy SEAL planning set the stage for a decisive strike on land, highlighting the Navy's ability to project force beyond maritime boundaries. By mid-morning, the Gulf had calmed, yet the atmosphere remained tense. The pirates' defeat at sea was only the first phase of dismantling a global arms for drugs network. The U.S. Navy had bought time, preserved critical cargo, and gathered crucial intelligence, proving that disciplined coordination, advanced technology, and decisive action could prevent catastrophe while preparing to take the fight to the source of the threat. As dawn broke over the Barawi Peninsula, the horizon glowed with the first light of day, revealing a landscape scarred by fire and smoke from the night's naval engagement. From the decks of the USS Meridian, the SEAL teams prepared for the next phase. Operation Dawn Cleaver. Helicopters' rotors churned the humid morning air, lifting 3 CH-47 Chinooks, each carrying 60 Navy SEALs, armed with M4A1 carbines, M320 grenade launchers, and thermal optics. Above them, 2 AH-64E Apache gunships loomed, their 30mm cannons and Hellfire missiles locked onto pre-designated targets. At precisely 8:17 a.m., the first Hellfire missile streaked across the sky, striking a fuel depot near the main compound. A massive explosion followed, igniting barrels of diesel and setting off secondary detonations among the stacked weapons caches. Flames leapt hundreds of feet into the air, illuminating the chaos below. Amid the smoke and dust, SEAL teams fast-roped from the helicopters, landing directly into a maelstrom of gunfire. Over 150 militants engaged them immediately with RPG 7 seconds, AK-103 rifles, and Type 80 machine guns. Tracer rounds crisscrossed the sand, highlighting the intensity of the firefight. Teams moved with precision, clearing warehouses and communications rooms,
Lieutenant.
seizing
Running
encrypted
analysis now.
laptops, and securing intelligence on the Black Tide cartel's operations. Vehicles
The Khaled
attempting to
front is
escape
linking
were
up with the
intercepted
cartel.
by Apache
The rendezvous
gunfire,
is confirmed.
including the warlord Abdul Rahman Qadir Yessef's convoy, which was obliterated in a fiery blast. Within 40 minutes, 91 militants were neutralized, 46 captured, and 12 fortified warehouses destroyed. SEALs recovered 15 tons of weapons, $32 million in cash, and 500 kilograms of cocaine, effectively dismantling the Barawi node of the global arms for drugs network. The operation demonstrated perfect synchronization between air and ground forces, intelligence, and naval assets. The mission
Execute the
highlighted that
sequence,
decisive,
Lieutenant. Precision is
coordinated
paramount.
action could neutralize highly organized criminal networks, turning a high-risk confrontation into a strategic victory. Yet, even as smoke curled over the peninsula, every operator knew this was only the beginning of a broader campaign against transnational arms smuggling. With the Barawi compound reduced to smoldering rubble, the focus shifted back to the Gulf of Aden. The USNS Providence, though scarred from the pirate assault, remained afloat, a testament to the crew's discipline and rapid response. Damage control teams worked tirelessly to patch hull breaches, secure artillery shells, and transfer high-value cargo to a secondary vessel. Every second counted. A single misstep could have triggered a catastrophic explosion. Around them, the water was littered with the remnants of destroyed pirate speedboats, their blackened hulls and twisted metal floating amid diesel-soaked waves. Over 70 pirates lay dead or wounded, but the threat was far from over. High above, an MQ-9 Reaper drone transmitted live thermal imagery, revealing new contacts converging from the east. The pirates' network was clearly sophisticated and coordinated, not a ragtag band. Analysts aboard the USS Meridian began piecing together signals intelligence from pirate radios, tracing them inland to a cluster of fortified warehouses near the Barawi Peninsula. Satellite scans confirmed the extent of the operation: 12 structures, stocked with tens of tons of weapons, ammunition, and fuel reserves. Financial intelligence revealed $28 million in recent transfers funneled through shell companies linked to the Black Tide cartel, proving the pirates were part of a transnational arms for drug syndicate. Captain Brenner issued a single, resolute order: go to the source. Every sailor understood that the next phase would take them onto Somali soil. The naval engagement had prevented immediate catastrophe, but intelligence now revealed a deeper, more pervasive threat, one that spanned continents and involved shadowy financiers, arms brokers, and drug traffickers. The precision, coordination, and rapid decision-making displayed at sea would be critical in the coming ground operation, ensuring that the Navy and SEALs could dismantle the network at its heart, not just its periphery. Even as the Gulf calmed, the sense of urgency remained palpable. The pirates' empire had been weakened, but not eliminated. The real battle was only beginning. At first light, the calm over the Barawi Peninsula belied the chaos that had raged the night before. Operation Dawn Cleaver was underway. CH-47 Chinook helicopters lifted off from the USS Meridian, each carrying 60 Navy SEALs armed with M4A1 carbines, M320 grenade launchers, and advanced thermal optics. Overhead, AH-64E Apache gunships circled, Hellfires locked onto confirmed targets, and the MQ-9 Reaper streamed live coordinates to the ground teams. The goal was clear: dismantle the pirate-led arms for drugs network at its source and neutralize any resistance. SEAL teams fast-roped into fortified compounds, encountering immediate and fierce resistance. RPG-7S, AK-103 seconds, and heavy machine guns ripped through the air as operators advanced under a storm of tracers. Explosions from fuel depots and ammunition caches illuminated the chaos, revealing caches of weapons, millions in cartel cash, and documents linking the network to international arms brokers. In just under an hour, the teams had destroyed 12 warehouses, captured 46 militants, and recovered crucial evidence exposing a transcontinental criminal network. The operation left the Gulf of Aden and the Barawi Peninsula in relative peace. But the lessons were clear. Preparedness, coordination, and rapid intelligence analysis can turn potential catastrophe into controlled precision. It also highlighted that modern piracy is not just opportunistic crime. It is part of global syndicates, intertwining weapons, drugs, and money laundering. As the dust settled, it was a reminder that vigilance and decisive action are essential to maintaining security at sea and on shore. If you found this story gripping and informative, hit subscribe to follow more real-world naval operations. Share your thoughts in the comments. What impressed you most about the Navy's response? And what lessons do you think apply to modern maritime security? Your insights could inspire others to understand the unseen battles shaping global safety.